Alright, y'all, we are going to go over the review. Number 1, negative 8.2 to the 0 power. Anything to the 0, any non-zero number to the 0 power is 1, so number 1 is B. Number 2, 9 over x to the negative 5, y to the 9th. We want to bring this to the top since it has a negative exponent in the bottom, and we get 9x to the 5th over y to the 9th, which is also B. Number 3, 2x to the negative 1y squared. First thing we want to do is deal with that negative exponent, so we're going to move it to the bottom and leave everything else in the top. And then it says that x is negative 2 and y is negative 3. So we are going to replace y with negative 3, and we're going to replace x with negative 2. Negative 3 squared is times 9, and then negative 2 to the first power is negative 2, and that's 18 divided by negative 2, which is negative 9, B. So the first three are B. Number 4, y to the negative 5 over x to the negative 3. If you just want to deal with those negative exponents first, we're going to move that one to the top and that one to the bottom, and we get x to the 3rd over y to the 5th. X to the 3rd is 2 to the 3rd, because it tells you in the problem, and look on your review, that x is really going to be 2, and y equals negative 4, so we're going to replace y with negative 4 to the 5th. 2 to the 3rd is 8. And negative 4 to the 5th power is negative 1024. And then both of those numbers will reduce by 8. And I get negative 1 over 128, which is C. Number 5, negative 8 to the negative 5 times negative 8 to the 6th. Keep the base, add the exponents. Different signs subtract, keep the sign of the higher number. So it's 1. So it's just really negative 8, which is C. Number 6, 7x to the negative 8 times 6x to the 3rd. 7 times 6 is 42. And then that's negative 8 plus 3, which is really going to be 42x to the negative 5. If you take the x to the bottom, you get 42 over x to the 5th, which is A. Number 7, 6x to the 4th times 4y to the 9th times 4x to the 5th. Alright, all the coefficients you multiply. 6 times 4 times 4. I get 96. Add the exponents on the x's, and it's x to the 9th, and then y to the 9th. Oh, that's 96, which is D. Eight. 9 times 10 squared times 2 times 10 to the negative 9. I get 18 times 10, and then add the exponents on the 10s, and you get negative 7. But you have to change that so it's in scientific notation, so you're going to make it 1 decimal place smaller, which means you're going to make your exponent 1 decimal place bigger. So instead of negative 7, it's going to be negative 6, and that is C. Number 9, 27 to the 2/3. You ask yourself, what number can you multiply by itself 3 times to get 27? And that is 3. So this becomes 3, and you still have the 2 exponent, and that's 9. So your answer is D. Number 10, 3a to the 5/3 times 3b to the 1/2, a to the 1/3 times b to the 1/4, 5b to the 1/4. So 3 times 5 is 45. A to the 5/3 times A to the 1/3 is A to the 6 halves. And then that's B to the 1/2 times B to the 1/4 is B to the 3/4. And 6 halves reduces to 2 over 1 or just 2. So it's 45A squared B to the 3/4, which is B. 10 is B. 11. N to the 3 halves to the 1/3. You multiply exponents and those are going to cancel, so you really get n to the 1/2. 12. M to the 6th, m to the 3rd to the -7. What we're going to do first is we're going to multiply these two, and we get m to the 6 times m to the -21. Then you're going to add these, because we're multiplying powers with the same base, and we get m to the -15, which isn't technically simplified all the way, but that's the right answer. I don't like that they put that on the test. All right, 13. X squared, x to the 4/5 to the -5. These cancel, and I get x squared times x to the -4. Add exponents, and you get x to the -2, which means it's going to be 1 over x squared. And your answer for 13 is D. 14. 5g to the 4th, that's 5 to the 4th, and then g to the 4th to the 4th. 5 to the 4th is 625, and then you multiply these two and you get 16. D. 15. Alright, 3a squared, b cubed, all squared. 2a to the 3rd, b to the 5th, all cubed. You're going to distribute this exponent, and you get 9, a to the 4th, b to the 6th, times 8, a to the 9th, b to the 15th. You multiply these, and you get 72. You add exponents on the a's, and you get a to the 13th. You add exponents on the b's, and you get b to the 21st. Your answer is a to the 13th, b to the 21st, D. 16, k to the 12th over k to the 10th. Cancel exponents, and you get k squared. You could also do 12 minus 10, you get 2. So k to the 2nd power, which is b. 17, a to the -9, b to the 11, over a to the -4, b to the 7. Now this time I'm not going to try to cancel, I'm just going to subtract. So it's -9 minus -4, and then it's 11 minus 7. If you will add the opposite and be very careful, you'll get a to the -5 and then b to the 4th. And this needs to go to the bottom, so it's really going to be b to the 4th over a to the 5th, which is C. 18, b squared over 7n squared to the 5th, all of it. So you're going to multiply these exponents, and you get b to the 10th up top. And then you're going to do 7 to the 5th. Which is 16,807. And then you're going to multiply these exponents, and you get n to the 10th. And that is b to the 10th over, is b. Only one with that big old number in it. 19. We've got m to the -1, m to the 5th, over m to the -2, all to the -3. So I'm just going to go ahead and simplify in here. So I'm going to add these, and I get m to the 4th over m to the negative 2, all to the negative 3. And now I'm going to subtract these. So it's 4 minus negative 2, which is going to be 4 plus 2, which is 6. So it's m to the 6th to the negative 3, which is m to the negative 18. And that is m to the 18th on the bottom, so that's b. And then 20, the cube root of 27, is the same thing as saying 27 to the 1/3, which is 3. So your answer is C.